Hello, today we're working on section 1.4, modeling with linear functions. We're going to do the let's practice problem number 4. A city's population in the year 1984 was 105,800. In 1953, the population was 118,200. Which of the following is the most accurate statement? When you look at the choices, it says the population is increasing or decreasing at a rate. When you see the word rate, you know we're talking about the slope. So we're changing y over changing x. You know that the slope involves 2 units. And what does it say right here? People per year. We've also discussed that per each every can help you find that rate of change. So just getting used to dissecting these word problems. People per year, they tell us that the y value will be people, so the number of people or the population, and the x value will be the years, the time. All right. Have they given us 2 ordered pairs so that we can calculate the slope? Yes, they have. A city's population in the year 1984, we know that's the x value. So that goes first. And then the amount of people is the y value, 105,800. Okay. And then they gave us this other ordered pair. In the year 1953, this was the population. All right, so we want to plug this into the formula. You can choose either point, but usually when you're talking about years, you would start with 1984 and subtract 1953. Okay, you can do it the other way because in the end, when you divide, this total will either be positive or negative. So it doesn't matter if you switch the order. Just make sure you don't switch the order of your y values and x values. So if I call this x2 minus x1, then I have to start with the 105. If I start with 1984 here, I start with the 105 here. That's what I meant by don't switch. You can't do y2 and x1 here. Okay, so 105 800 minus 118 200. All right, so you just get your calculator. 105 800, and you subtract the 118 200, and that is 12,400. And then that's actually a negative 12,400, and then 1984 minus 1953 was 31 years. So when you take 12,400 and you divide by the 31 years that passed, this gives you a negative 400. And I know that that's negative 400 people per year. What does it mean to be negative? Well, you can already see the population is 105 when previously it was 118. So I know that I am decreasing. That's a good way to eliminate. So it's not increasing, it's not increasing, it's not increasing. Now you only have 3 options. All right, negative 400 per year. So I know that the population is decreasing at a rate of 400 people per year. Make sure you utilize your units. Thanks. Have a really wonderful day. I'll see you next time.